Hi, welcome to my channel, Right Road to Success, where we make learning easy. So today we're going to talk about my very favorite concept, which is subject-verb agreement. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel and click like for other lessons. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about what do we mean by subject? Well, a subject is a person, place, or thing, and it's also what the sentence is about. A verb is the action word in the sentence, and it's also the action that the subject does. Now, the subject and the verb must agree. And what we simply mean by that is that you must have the right type of verb with the subject, because if you don't, they will not agree and the sentence may not make sense. So again, we want to make sure that the subject and the verb agrees so everything balances and the subject makes sense. So how do we do that? Well, a very important role is singular subject must have a singular verb. A plural subject must have a plural verb. Now here is where things can get a little confusing. Well, first of all, I think most of us understand that singular subjects, right, have no S at the end. Like, for example, with the word car. That is, of course, a thing, and it is singular, so it does not have an S on the end. But a plural subject would be cars, for example, and of course, you do see the S on the end. Now, the verb is the opposite, and that's what gets confusing. So, a singular verb has an S on the end. For example, the word spins is considered a singular verb. However, the plural verb does not have an S on the end. So, the word spin would be considered a plural verb. So, how can we remember what type of verb goes with which subject? When one subject is doing the action, we add an S to the verb. If more than one subject is doing the action, do not add an S to the verb. Roger that? All right, let's go ahead and practice. Let's suppose we have this sentence. The girl plays the guitar. Well, girl is singular, therefore the verb must be singular, which means we actually add an S. And there you have it. The girl plays the guitar. Again, the girl is the subject and it's singular. Play or plays would actually be the verb, and it is also singular because it has an S on the end. Now, this is a good way to check to see if you did it correctly. If you added the correct verb to the subject, you can remove some of the words and just kind of repeat the rest of the words to yourself. Girl plays. Does that make sense? Or would it be girl play? Well, if you guessed girl plays, you would have been correct. So let's try it again. Suppose this time we had the girls play the guitar. Well, we know that girls is plural. That means we don't add an S to the verb, so it would, of course, be play. So the sentence should read, the girls play the guitar. And again, if you wanted to check to see if you were correct, you can remove some of the words and just kind of say the rest of the words to yourself. Girls plays. Does that make sense? Or do you think it would be girls play? If you guessed girls play, you would have been correct. Now, there are exceptions to the rules that we just went over. And two of those exceptions are, for example, when you use the word I as a pronoun. It is singular because you're just referring to yourself, but When you use I as a pronoun in a sentence, you do not add an S, which means then the verb would be plural. That's why it's an exception to the rule. So let's have a few examples. I jump every time the spider moves. Here, I is singular, but jump is actually plural. But that is the correct way to write that. Here's another example. I walk home from school every day. Again, the I is singular, but here walk is plural. Another exception to the rule is when you use the word you in a sentence. Again, you would be considered singular. And let's look at this example. Would you hike up the mountain? Here, you is singular, but hike would be plural. Another example, you clean the room on Monday. You wouldn't say you cleans the room on Monday. That would be incorrect. But again, it is an exception to the rule because you is singular, but clean is plural. So there you have it. Thank you. Please again be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and hopefully I will see you soon.